Okay, so finally Nothing have started rolling out this stable build of Nothing OS 3.0 for Nothing Phone 2 and for Nothing Phone 2a. So here you can see I have both the devices. Towards the left hand side this is Nothing Phone 2 and towards the right hand side this is Nothing Phone 2a. And on both the devices we have received the stable version of Nothing OS 3.0. Here you can see all the change logs of Nothing OS 3.0. Basically I was already running open beta on both my Nothing phones and I received an OTA update of 280 MB. And the similar OTA update size was on Nothing Phone 2. I've already updated my Nothing Phone 2, but I haven't updated my Nothing Phone 2a. And if you guys haven't received the OTA update, just go to the software information section and tap on Nothing OS. If the OTA update is not available, I'll try to provide the full zip file for the users who are running Nothing OS 2.6. But currently it started rolling out for beta users who were testing Nothing OS 3.0 open beta builds. In this video, we'll talk about every change what Nothing OS 3.0 brings on the table for Nothing phones, and this will be the one video. I know we have covered almost everything about Nothing OS 3.0 in our previous videos, but for the stable users who are going to install Nothing OS 3.0 for the first time, this one video should let you know all the features of Nothing OS 3.0. Now before moving ahead guys, we have 85% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel but they do watch our videos. So if you guys find our videos useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. And guys, if you're looking for some amazing skins for your Nothing phones, I would highly recommend skins from Skin Layers. They do have top-notch quality, and you can also use the exclusive code TechiBee25 to get 25% off on every purchase. You guys can find the link in description below. So as I told you guys, I've already updated my Nothing Phone 2 to Nothing OS 3.0. Let me show you the change logs. So here you can see we have exact similar change logs what you get to see even on Nothing Phone 2a, which are related to shared widgets, lock screen customizations, new app drawer, enhanced pop-up view, elevated design, and other improvements. So let's talk about every change one by one. But before that guys, let me tell you, Nothing haven't added the Nothing Gallery application. Though we do have the latest version of Nothing Gallery application, I think it's still in beta stage and the version is 0.9.12.1204. If you guys want to try out this gallery application, you can find the link in the description below. This gallery application also comes with some AI features, like you have the cutout feature. For example, if you have any photo, you just long press on it and you'll be able to extract the subject from that particular photo. So this gallery is already available. You guys can download it from the description below. And few more things, soon you update your device, you'll see the new boot animation which consists of dotted animation and it looks quite good. Also after that, soon your device boots up, you'll be welcome with this screen which lets you know what's new in Nothing OS. So around 4 to 5 pages you have in which they are talking about the lock screen customization or the new clock faces, later on ability to rearrange quick setting tiles, and after that you have the option to share widgets along with some AI implementations and other features of Android 15. We do have stock Android 15 features also. We'll talk about them at the end of this video. So talking about the first change which is related to the share widget option. So here now you can share the widgets, but currently it's still in beta stage and you can only share a widget of photo application, that too in this square shape. So let me add a widget here, going to widget section. So here only the option to share widget is available with this square shape, not with this circular one. So if you are using the square shape widget, and now if you long press on it, you can see we have a new option called share. Tapping on it, you have to agree to terms and conditions, and later on you need to sign in with your Google account or Nothing account. With this way you can share the widgets with Nothing users and they can also react to the widget. Similar way, if your friends are sharing widgets, even you can react with such emojis. So as said, it's only available with square shape photos widget. And Nothing have also mentioned a note which says as share widgets are in beta, you might encounter some issues. Now talking about other changes which are related to customization, and that's related to lock screen customization. So now on Nothing OS 3.0 you can customize the lock screen. So here you can see if you long press on the lock screen, you get an option to customize the lock screen. Tapping on it, it will ask you to unlock the device. Once you unlock the device, here we have the options to customize. So first thing, we have 6 clock styles available now. So let me show you one by one. This is the first one, followed by other 5 clock faces. But sadly you don't have any option to customize the clock faces, like you cannot add the colors or you cannot make changes in date, weather, etc. There are few clock styles present with weather. You have only option to use them, and you also have this full screen clock. Along with that, we also have an option of expanded widget area. So here you can see towards the bottom side, soon you tap on the widget area, you get an option to enlarge the widget area. Tapping on it, you can see this is how it looks, but it will remove the clock from the lock screen. You only have the access to widgets. And if you consider these small widgets, in total you can add 16 of them. Later on, there are widgets which cover 4 boxes. In that case, you can only add 4 widgets. So as per your requirement of widgets, you can add in total 16 widgets. And if you don't use the expanded widget area, you can still have access to 8 widgets, I mean the smaller one, along with the clock faces on the lock screen. And from the lock screen itself, you do have the option to change wallpapers. Even on Nothing OS, we have the Wallpaper Studio, which is an AI-based wallpaper studio, and using this feature, you can generate wallpapers. Later on, you can download and save it in the internal storage also. Other than those customizations, we do have options to change the shortcuts on the lock screen. And guys, one thing which they haven't mentioned in the changelogs, and that's layer 2 always on display. Previously, we had limited options. Here, if you see, we only had these options: schedule, start time, end time. Now they have added these two options. One is tap to show always on display, and the second one is always enable always on display, which wasn't present previously. Another thing which they haven't mentioned in the changelogs, and that's the end.font option, which can be found in the special features. Going to experimental, here you can see we have an option called dot matrix title. Soon you enable this, all the setting tiles will have the end.font, unlike what we used to see before. So this is one option they have added. Other than that, these two fonts are available. One is Roboto and the second one is Inter. I hope here also we get the option of end dot. Let's see with the upcoming builds they do add it or not. Now moving on to the other changes which are layered to new app drawer style. So as per Nothing, they have added AI powered smart drawer to automatically categorize your applications in folder. So by default, if you're installing for the first time, you'll see a red dot here. Tapping on it, it will take you to the app drawer settings, from where you can choose between default and this smart app drawer, which is still in beta phase. So if you are using this one, this is how the new app drawer looks, and which automatically categorizes your applications in folders like social applications, utilities, entertainment, multimedia, etc. And towards the top side, you have the recently used applications. But it's nice to see that Nothing have given an option to choose between the default one and the smart one, because I personally prefer this default one. I'm not a huge fan of these folders. And if you're using the default one, you have the ability to pin the applications towards the top side. So for example, by default, system do decides and suggests few applications depending on our usage, but still if I want to have some applications like Twitter on the top side, I just have to long press on it and tap on this icon. This will pin the application in a second row beneath the suggested application. So here there is no limit to pin the applications. You can pin how many applications you want. So these are the only changes in the app drawer. Now talking about other changes which are layered to enhance pop-up view. Guys, we are going according to the changelogs. I generally start with the lock screen, home screen, then app drawer, and then other settings. Now you can drag the pop-up view to any position on the screen for convenient multitasking. After that, they have also given the option to resize the pop-up view as per your convenience. And if you want, you can also pin the pop-up view just by sliding towards the right hand side. You can see towards the right hand side, now we have an icon. If I tap on it, that particular application will open again in the pop-up view. Now this is a new layout of pop-up view. Towards the left hand side, you have an icon which lets you minimize the pop-up view, and towards the right hand side you have an option to close the pop-up view. They have also done a new add-on layer to pop-up view. So let me show you that. First of all, let me disable the DND mode. Like if I get any message on my Nothing phone running Nothing OS 3.0, I have the ability to drag that notification and open it in pop-up view. So let me show you again. So I have sent a message, and here you can see if I now tap on this pop-up and drag it towards the bottom side, that notification or the application will open in pop-up view now. It's a nice add-on to avoid much of distraction. By default, this feature might not be enabled, so you can go to settings, special features, tap on pop-up view, and from here you need to enable. You can see an option called expanded notification. Now let's talk about the elevated design. So in terms of design, the major change what you'll see, and that's in the control center. So here we have the new control center of Nothing OS 3.0, which I personally feel it's a very good change. The brightness slider have been moved towards the bottom side, and also the thickness have been increased. And if you see this icon towards the left hand side on the brightness slider, if you tap on it, this will enable or disable the auto brightness. So that toggle have also been added here. Along with that, we also have an option to resize the widgets. So here you can see on this stable build, now the resizing animation is a lot smoother compared to what we have seen on the beta builds. I don't see any kind of frame drops now. All the transitions are very smooth, and you can resize almost all the quick setting tile. You just need an empty space. Here you can see I have removed one quick setting tile, and this is the glyph quick setting tile. If I tap on it, you can see we have a text. So this way you can resize almost all the quick setting tile present on Nothing OS 3.0, and a huge thumbs up to Nothing for this. In some case, if you have messed up with the quick setting tiles, you have an option to reset the layout. So this is one of the major UI change what you'll notice on Nothing OS 3.0. After that, moving on to the widget section. So here widget section also got revamped. We have a different section for Nothing widgets, and for other widgets we have a different section. You just swipe either left or right to select the widgets as per your requirement. And now the widgets arrangement is side by side, so it doesn't even take much of space. And instead of dragging the widgets, now if you tap on the widget, you get an option to add the widget. Like to add the widgets, before we had to drag the widget on the home screen, but now that's not the case. With a single tap, you'll see the option to add widget. After that, according to the changelogs, you can see now the settings page is completely revamped. Towards the right hand side, you have a profile icon where you can set your profile picture after signing in with Nothing account or your Google account. And later on, you can see a proper segregation between all the settings. Like for the connectivity, we have a different section, customization different, and so on. And the new dotted animation, you can also find it with the fingerprint animation. So here you can see this is the new fingerprint animation on Nothing OS 3.0. Along with that, we have this new charging animation, which has this dot animation. This is how it looks. Let me again connect the device and show you guys. There we go. So these are the changes of Nothing OS 3.0. Now let's talk about some stock Android changes. I mean stock Android 15 features. First one is layer 2 screen recording. So now you can do partial screen recording. So here you can see if I tap on the screen recording quick setting tile, we get a pop-up which says, do you want to do a single app recording or the entire screen? If you select single app, then tap on start recording, a new pop-up will appear which will show you all the applications installed on your device. And depending on which application screen you want to record, you can just tap on that application and the screen recording will start. And soon you exit from that application, the screen recording will automatically stop, but the countdown doesn't stop here in the notification panel. You have to manually tap on stop. But don't worry, it only records the screen of the particular app which you have selected. So for example, if I played that recording, you can see we only have the recording of settings page, which is approximate 7 seconds. And as per the changelogs, Nothing also claims that they have also added the feature of app archive. So here on this device, you can see if I long press on Facebook application, going to app info, here I don't get to see the archive feature. But here on Nothing Phone 2a, which I still haven't updated, if I long press here on the Facebook application, tap on info icon, here you can see an option of app archive. Basically, it's a feature which just deletes the application and retains your data to free up some space. So let me show you how does it work. Currently on Nothing Phone 2, it's not available. On Nothing Phone 2a, for example, if I archive the Facebook application, this is how the application will look in the app drawer. I had already logged in, it won't ask you the login details again. Whenever you want to restore the application, just tap on it and it will automatically start to download that particular application. Once the download and installation is completed, you just have to open the applications without logging in. All your data will already be there. So you can see it's already installed. Tapping on Facebook, there we go. You can see device did retain my login details. I don't know why this feature is currently not available on Nothing Phone 2. And after that, another stock Android 15 change is, for example, if you're changing the screen timeout and if you have set any password on your device, you always have to authenticate your device. It won't ask you to authenticate if you decrease the time, it will only ask you whenever you increase. So for example, if I tap here on 10 minutes, you can see it's asking me to verify myself. Until unless I don't verify, I won't be able to change the screen timeout. But that's not the case if you want to decrease the time. And the same thing if you connect your device to PC and you change the USB preferences like selecting file transfer, it will again ask you for authentication. And the last stock Android 15 feature is this predictive gesture. So here you can see the predictive gesture in action. Now it's enabled by default and don't expect it to work on all the applications. But on most of the Google applications, I mean the stock Google application, it will work. It won't work with other applications until they have opted for predictive gesture. So guys, these are all the changes of Nothing OS 3.0. Let me know in the comment section below, according to you guys, which one is the best change you find it on Nothing OS 3.0. And very soon I'll be dropping both the devices in-depth review. So stay tuned. And if you guys have any kind of questions, drop them in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.